Hey, everybody, and welcome into another episode of Imperfect Peace. Ooh, y'all. Hello. Hey, sis.
Hey,
How are you today?
I am a lot better. I was under the weather.
Girl, you scared me so bad.
Yeah, I thought I had COVID. I'm so glad.
She scared me, y'all. She scared me, okay? Oh, before we even start any conversation, let's go ahead and get them in here, okay? Y'all know what to do. Y'all better have a tea light candle by now, okay? By now, you should have one. All right, let's go. Let's light them up. Welcome on in. Nice. All right. So, did you want to talk about it during happy hour? You being sick? I mean, before we go to happy hour, did you want to talk about it? Because I asked you how you were, and
that was not my happy hour.
No, I didn't say that was your happy hour. I meant to say before we go into happy hour.
I was like, that's separate from happy hour. I thank you for checking on me. I was ill, but I'm okay.
Good. Okay, so we can move on into happy hour. All right, sis. So you said that wasn't your happy hour, so you must have a happy hour. What's your happy hour, girl?
I lost 5 pounds.
Yes, sis. You better keep going. You're doing the damn thing. Yeah. Look at you. You can see it all in your face and everything. I just love it. You are so beautiful.
Thank you.
You better go, girl.
I'm trying to tracking it on TikTok. I haven't decided yet. I think I'm gonna let y'all watch me work it out. Maybe. Bless y'all's timelines. But yeah, your For You page, because this is TikTok. Everything's about that For You page. So.
Yes, girl. I know that's right. Whew, for me, let me see. Wow. I ain't even thought about it. It's been a good week. Let's see. My happy hour this week is I got a 4-day weekend from work. That's my happy hour because Lord.
Yes.
It's been busy. It's been real busy. So cheers to us. Oh, jeez. Okay.
Oh, that was strong.
That was. I feel like that joint bit me back. All right, y'all. So today, we got a nice one. We got a nice but healthy conversation around sex.
I'd say it's healthy.
You said you would say it's healthy?
Say it's healthy.
I'd say it was healthy too. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's jump right into it then. So what about a healthy conversation about sex? So I want to start it off with I'm just gonna dive right into it. I feel like as adults, as mature adults, people should be able to have a conversation around sex and it not be weird or it not be awkward or anything like that. You know what I mean? I should be able to ask someone that I'm interested in or somebody that I've been talking to for a while. I feel like I should be able to ask you like things centered around sex and it not be taboo.
I don't know what it is. I think that you mentioned it. It's like I've noticed that when you ask, like, sorry, I noticed when you ask, like, certain people, like, hey, you know, have you gotten tested recently? They get really defensive.
Yeah,
like just basic conversation.
Yeah, like I really feel like we should be able to have like a mature conversation, because like wouldn't you want to know? You know what I'm saying? Like, wouldn't you want to know, especially if you're gonna be intimate, you know, with that person? You know, you plan on going there with that person. I mean, I would want to know before I make the decision to be intimate with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would rather know your test results and you know mine. I mean, that doesn't bother me for me to tell my test scores. So I mean, not scores, but you know, to tell my test results or anything, it doesn't bother me. So I'm just like, I kind of feel like I want that same energy behind it. You know what I mean?
I completely agree, but I'm gonna just say where my mind went, because you know that's what I'm known to do. But night stands, I don't be having, because she don't do that. So I'm gonna just put that out there. She don't do that. That ain't her life. She ain't wild like that. You know.
Do what?
One night stands.
Oh,
you don't have time to be asking them to pull out papers and look. This is primal energy. Nothing about this says that I want to be safe. Nothing about that.
This is primal energy. Nothing about this. Okay. I mean, yeah, you're right. I get that. But and again, you touch on that. Then it kind of depends on the person, you know, because I'm not the type of person that does one night stands. And sis was like, if I'm on some one night stand shit, then I'm not worrying about your status. I don't even really want your phone number. I don't want to know your name. We just and you go about your business. I'm gonna go about mine. And you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And I get that. And we should be grown enough to have those type of situationships and conversations too. So people get so offended.
I agree with you. But also, flip side, have you noticed though, there's not really a lot of relationships going on too much. I feel like, I'm not knocking and saying that there aren't people out there that aren't still trying to respect courting and doing everything the right way. But this is also a newer generation of kind of like super free spirits. That's how I'm gonna put it. And it's like, it feels like the 70s only peak. Remember back then when it was like free love, make love, not war.
But you know what's funny is that, like, the way that you just explained it, like, hearing it like that, not that this is the first time I've heard it like that, but hearing it like that makes me feel old, because I'm that type of person that's like, no, I want to be courted. Like, I'm not out here just trying to hop, skip, jump. You know what I'm saying? That's not me.
I feel you. But that came to us with age. Well, I'll say to me specifically, because let me not say us.
And then you're right, because that's not to say, because I'm not gonna say I've always been like this, because I have had a one night stand before, a couple of them actually. So, and I was reckless. I wasn't even wasn't worried about that. I wasn't worried about the girlfriend. I wasn't worried about none of that shit. Like, but don't try to don't break up happy homes. I wasn't trying to break up a happy home. He just needed a vacation. And we took a vacation together.
Let me tell you something. I'm all about that energy, baby. Because guess what? He didn't tell me when he came over here that he had a happy home. Because if it was happy, I'm pretty sure he would have mentioned it.
That part. But, so
see, that's my home wrecking ways. Don't feed into that. I'm not kidding you. That's a whole other topic for another. We're not doing that. This is healthy sex conversation. We're not here to talk about home wrecking.
I don't know. We might have to bring that into it because I swear, like, everybody had their little homework days. You know what I mean? They got their phase. They got their, you know what I mean? But anyway, no, yeah, like, I really feel like, yeah, we should be able to have any, like, and I should also be able to tell you during sex, like, during the act, like, I don't like this, or maybe you should try to do it this way, or, you know, I should be able to offer suggestions. I should be able to tell you that I'm not feeling something, you know what I'm saying? I should be able to, like, express myself and, like, you know what I'm saying? Because I want to have a good time too. I want to, you know, come to a conclusion as well. You know what I'm saying? So, like,
conclusion.
Yeah.
Make sure you put that along the bottom if you can.
I can't with that. But you see what I'm saying? Like, I want to arrive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
hello.
So,
like,
because, girl, I've had a couple of situations where people are too rough when they go down sometimes, and it's like, ooh. And then that turns everything else off. So it's just like, yang, like, then you gotta pull out the reinforcements because you can't get wet on, like, you really can't get wet on your own because you turn the fuck off. Like, that shit, I don't want that. Like, I want the experience to be fluid, literally, for both of us. You know what I'm saying? So,
I actually feel that. I feel like that's one of the things that I wasn't trying to touch on earlier, but I found a nice way to put it for it to fit directly into this conversation right now. Boundaries.
Yeah.
Being set when somebody says something in the midst of it, for you to not listen to them no longer makes it a sacred space for them. So it's no longer a healthy situation whenever you're not listening to someone.
Yeah.
And I have had a lot of experiences where I will say, I don't like this, or, oh, can you please, you know, and they're like I never even said anything. That's disrespectful to my boundaries. And that's why I'm saying, like, communication, I love how she said it, is key. Like, if you're not listening to each other, at that point, it's like one of us are questioning, who is this really fun for? Because
right. Because then it doesn't feel like, okay, this is not, I'm not going to say it doesn't feel like a consensual thing, but then it kind of makes you question if it's a consensual thing. And so I think that's where people run into, like, a fine line of, well, it's not consensual anymore because I've asked you to stop. I told you that I'm not enjoying this part. And so that's where it gets blurred. You know, I don't want to go too much into SA and stuff, you know, but that's where it definitely is a blurred line. I just feel like once people say something to you, and if you didn't hear what they said, or I'm not even going to say if you didn't hear what they said, because most of the time if somebody says something and they felt like you didn't hear them, they're going to repeat it. So, you know what I'm saying? It's not like you can act as if you're completely deaf. You can't hear anything. So then it becomes a personal responsibility of that partner to stop, switch it up. Okay, is this okay? And then the thing too is, like, if you're not feeling the position, and this goes for guys too. Like, sometimes girls, you know, they can't really perform like the guys would prefer them to perform. So it's okay to say, you know what, like, do this. I prefer this. You know what I'm saying? Like, this doesn't feel good to me. It's a two-way street. Like, let's both have fun. Why is sex so, I'm not gonna say serious, but it's like, sometimes it's like, get to the punch. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, people can't enjoy the act. Like, it's meant to be a pleasurable thing. It's meant to be a fun thing. It's meant to be something that's a good time. So let's have a good time.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's supposed to be a mutual experience. So at that point, if we're both not enjoying it, like you said, it does make you question, was this completely consensual? And I hate to admit it, being as a person who's been stuck in this position many times, it is consensual because you said yes.
Yeah.
The problem is they broke your boundaries and your trust by not listening to you. After you said, yes, I'll do this to you. But you have to understand, once that yes is in place, there is a contractual agreement that you should make sure, like, if this person is going to say yes, I don't feel like we should have to go out our way to remind you, please respect my boundaries. I feel like when I said yes, in your brain, you should have, like, signed up and said, I'm going to respect this person's boundaries.
Okay, so I understand where you're coming from. But at the same time, if there's something that is uncomfortable to me and it's hurting me, and I'm like, at this point, I'm like, okay, no, like, I'm done, and they keep going, is it still, you said, yes, this is a contract. You said yes in the beginning. Does things change? You know what I'm saying? At any point, if it's like, I'm like, no, I'm not, I don't like this, and they just keep going until they finish, and then it's like, okay.
You know what? I'm glad you brought that up, because I feel like that's one of those situations where it's like, within that agreement, again, you know, you had agreed to obey the boundaries and trust of this person. That is broken when they said no, and you did not listen. So therefore, that contract is null and void because you didn't hold up your end of the bargain, which was to even it's an agreement. It's like, yes, we're both coming here to make this an enjoyable experience. The moment it's not enjoyable, I have the right to say I want to get off the ride now. And this is one of those things.
But see, look, okay, so I want to get to that, because sometimes when you be saying, like, sidebar, when you be saying I want to get off the ride, they don't really be stopping the motherfucking rides, though. Like, for real, they really don't be stopping them. But anyway, that's amusement park shit. That's not sex talk, for real. That was real amusement park shit. That's why I said sidebar, because that shit be blowing me, because I don't really do roller coasters, and I be like, okay, I don't want, and then they be starting the shit and take you off anyway, and I be like, okay, that's fucked up. But yeah, go ahead. My bad.
That's what I'm saying.
Small rant.
No, you're okay. I feel like this is one of those things, and there's one person in particular I'm not going to bring up, but there's been situations where, and I don't want to touch on it long because this is one of those ones I'm very passionate about, but where you've had celebrities or hell, just regular people, where men or women have went back, and mainly it is women, I hate to admit it, that'll go back with this person, think about it, and be like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. And now this person's mad because they brought you into their personal space. And in their mind, they didn't actually get a verbal yes. You coming back to me was a contractual agreement. And I completely disagree with that. I feel like you still need to hear it. You still need to say it. That is accountability and responsibility. You're being accountable that you're bringing this person back to your place and you have these intentions. They can't read your mind. Don't put that on them. You can be forward enough to ask them, hey, this is what I want. I'm not gonna lie to you. As somebody who's been out there, 9 times out of 10, if somebody came to me and was like, look, I ain't really looking for much. This is what I want to do tonight.
Honestly, I think that's what I would prefer. Like, it would be like up front, like, be upfront about it. Like, I would prefer that instead of going to your place and feeling like we just chilling, we about, you know what I'm saying, about to after party it or something, and we just vibing, and I'm now caught in a situation where I'm uncomfortable. And I really feel like people should be able to say, I'm uncomfortable. This situation is not working for me. I'm gonna head out. I really think that people should be able to say that and respect that. But for some reason, there's this unforeseen, like, force in which people get stuck in situations like this, and then they end up doing some things that they really didn't truly want to do. You know what I'm saying? And then sometimes it's like, well, I really didn't want to do it, but I did agree to it. Well, you then said yes. So it's like you can't call it SA if you're uncomfortable and you don't voice that and you don't say anything about it and you go along with the acts of, you know, what's being asked of you. Then, you know what I'm saying? Then that's why I'm like, it's like a fine line. And then sometimes it's all about perspective as well, because I could be thinking that this has now turned into something and you could be thinking, oh, she likes this type of play. And it could, you know what I'm saying? So communication is definitely key. Now, you know, there's nothing wrong with saying, okay, I like some real freaky shit, or I want to be tied up, or, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that. If you like it, you like it. So, you know, got a couple pair of cuffs and stuff.
I'm saying some rolls,
you know, some furry joints.
I want one
of
of bars.
I'm sorry.
A spreader bar.
You want a what?
A spreader bar.
Ooh, girl. I don't know if I can handle that.
No, I can. And then I want them to hang it above the seat. Let me hush.
That would be so fun. Like, there's so much that you could do.
You can't fight from that. That's why I'm like.
See, now I won't be able to tap out and be like, wait a minute.
Safe words. See, that's a part of that healthy conversation.
Yeah, that too. Yes. And I was going to say something about safe words too, because safe words really, they matter. Like, sometimes people can't get out, this is uncomfortable, but people can get out. And I really don't want to use the word pineapple, because that's, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, but,
yeah. Yeah.
You know, but like people, you know, I don't know, because that's the only word that's coming to me right now, because I'm goofy, and so I'm thinking about, you know what I'm saying? So that's the only word that's coming to me right now. But, you know, but y'all get what I'm saying. Like, safe words are clutch, okay?
Yeah.
Clutch, especially in the bedroom, like. And then I kind of feel like you should have a couple of safe words. I kind of feel like you should have a safe word for, this is pleasurable, I like this. And I feel like you should have a safe word for, oh shit, no, I can't take no more. I can't do this.
Okay, I see what you're saying. But isn't that what the body reactions and like?
I mean, yeah, but like sometimes people can, like, if I want you to do it some more and you move and do something else, I should be able to be like, you know, pancake.
No, not pancakes.
I made pancakes tonight. That's why I said pancakes.
No, ma'am. I don't think.
But you get what I'm saying.
So I'm like, oh, I feel you. I feel like for me, I don't need a safe word, because I'm gonna be yelling, "Oh no, right there! Don't move!
That
right
part.
there!
Yes.
Don't like
no, back it up."
Yes. I don't need a safe word.
Like we do a traffic sign. Yes.
Like seriously.
So I get it. But I really want, and then like, okay, so guys, fellas, I really feel like you guys should stop being so nervous in the bedroom too, and have fun. Like, stop being so nervous about being handcuffed. Like, I mean, some guys are like, if a woman respects you enough to not do something that makes you uncomfortable and that you're not really with, you know what I'm saying? Like, she has to be that type of woman that you know. But let me handcuff you. Like, let me handcuff you, and then let me do what I want to do with your body. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let me sometimes take control and let me really have my way. Like, I guess, can you call that like dominatrix type shit?
I feel like you're honestly like, I guess I'm trying to think of a term besides switch, but I could see that only because you probably could go either or. You could be submissive or dominant, honestly.
Mm-hmm. But I have to be comfortable enough with the person, and I have to vibe enough with the person to be that for that dominance to really come out. Otherwise, I'm gonna be submissive. And I'm really guilty of this because I did this during my marriage. I wasn't vocal with my partner about me wanting to do it. Like, I still felt like that little kid sometime trying to initiate sex, and it was just so weird. And I'm like, yo, like, I'm so confident, I'm so like, I'm sensual, I'm sexy, like, I get it. But for some reason, sometimes, most of the time, a majority of the time, I was just nervous to initiate sex. Like, I was nervous to like start touching on him and, you know, like really start, you know, going there with it. I don't know why, but, and it's not that he made me feel uncomfortable in any way at any time, because it wasn't like that. And he had always been asking me, like, I would feel better, you know, if you know, would kind of initiate sometimes too. And I'd be trying to tell him, like, yo, like, I'll really be wanting to, but sometimes, like, for some reason, I can't. Like, I have an issue. Had an issue. I don't think it'll be a problem anymore, but I'm just saying, had an issue doing that. But I really feel like the next person that can get the side of me, I really don't feel like, I just feel like I'm gonna be the one to be like, yo, get here. Like, at this point, you playing with my emotions, dropping draws type shit.
You know that TikTok? Sorry, because me and my sister been singing it all day. You know that one? There's a meeting in my bed.
Yes!
That's you.
Girl. Mm-hmm.
You're aggressive.
Yeah, I can be. And so I think that's what it was, because I was afraid that I was gonna come off too aggressive, and I didn't want to come off that way. Like, sometimes aggression can be seen as kind of like masculine to men, and so I didn't want that to be like a real, like, a turn off, you know what I'm saying? So I guess that all boils down to knowing your partner and talking to your partner, figuring out, you know, how they feel about aggression, or and then sometimes, like, don't be offended if you try something different and they're like, yo, like, I'm not feeling the aggression, like, this is not turning me on, I'm sorry. And so you can scale stuff back and make some changes and make adjustments and stuff, and, you know, figure it out. But straight up, like, fuck all that shit, I'm not down.
No, if it's not for you, I may try one or two different ways to see if it makes a difference. But if you're just being a baby about it, I feel like I'm gonna just be like, look, this ain't for you. This ain't for me. Let's just cut our losses.
Not a baby about it.
Yeah, what? Okay, so hear me out. Because I feel like I'm not...
You a bully in the bedroom, girl. Go ahead, though.
A little bit. I'm not gonna lie. And that's why I'm like, for a long time.
Fuck that shit. No.
She knows my story. It's hard for me. And I am an aggressive type. And here's the thing. So, as you know, for a long time, I've suppressed my energy. I don't really care for sex with men.
Yeah.
I entertained it for a really long time. You know, just wasn't for me. And the problem is I'm an aggressive like, I like women. I've always liked women. I've messed with both for a long time, and always it's sad, I would tell the man, I'd be like, look, I'll do this with you, but I'm gonna let you know, I honestly like women more. You can try. You might think I'm cool, and that's my problem, is they'll be like, oh, you so cool, da, 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 da. And then you get to know me, and then you be like, oh, you act just like a man. Da, 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 da. How about you quit being a little baby and get out my face? But, and that's the thing, it's like, I don't even feel like I'm being that bad, but I'm not soft enough.
You're not. You just being upfront, and that's the thing. Like, I don't understand why people can't be upfront about
I'm right
these
here.
Things. Right. Like,
in your face. I'm telling you, there's no guessing.
My thing too is like, if all you want is sex, say that, because I guarantee you, most of the time, females don't want the headache, so they're gonna be like, all right, cool, we can make this a sex thing. You know what I'm saying? You never know, but you need to make sure you're vocal about that, because you don't want a female falling in love with you thinking that it's something different, and then you all of a sudden telling everybody, oh, she crazy. Well, I wonder the fuck why.
Yeah, that's literally what happened. And it really, girl, you ain't never lied. That's all I can say about that, because the experience is just, well, in my opinion, sex is just so much better with women on so many levels. Like, I can't touch on it right now. Like, it's an experience. It's more than an experience. It's just something that just feels right. Mm-hmm. And that's why I'm not ever trying to persuade anybody to go anyway. But if somebody was to ask me,
I know that's right. Like, don't go that way.
I literally, like, at this point, I've chosen, I'd rather be celibate than to go back and dibble dabble with a man. Really? I'm not kidding, and that's true, because, and that's something that I had to sit with, because it's like, I get a lot of attention from men, you know, and I'm very flattered. I'm like, thank you, but it's not what I want. And they get so butthurt when you say that, or they say like really disturbing comments like, well, you and her could come with, like, I hate that. What makes people even want to fuck you?
Glad you said that, girl, because y'all gonna have to learn how to take rejection. Like, when a girl says no, or that she's not interested, or she has somebody, or this, that, and the third, like, take that shit for what it is and ride and roll. You know what I'm saying? Just go with it. Because the insults after that, oh, you wasn't cute anyway, you ugly. So what the fuck you trying to holler, nigga? Like,
or fat bitch, because I get that one a lot.
Right? Like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. You wasn't that cute anyway. Then nobody want to fuck with you. You stuck up anyway. Like, you see, like, you don't know me. But I just not interested. If I'm not interested, I'm not interested. I have that right not to be interested.
Just like you had a right to find me attractive. I didn't have no choice in that. Right.
You better preach, girl.
I'm just saying.
You better preach.
You walked over here trying to tell me I look cute. I know I look cute, but thank you. What can I help you with today?
That part, like, I don't know. It's weird. People are so weird these days. I don't know. Social interaction is just, it's really weird. Especially face to face for me. Like, I don't know.
You don't know how to do that.
I'm really standoffish.
But think about it. Technology allows it to where half the time you don't even have to be face to face to get a point across anymore.
Yeah.
Literally. I mean, it's as easy as sending a motherfucking text message.
But that's so, like, these things are now so interpersonal.
Your phones?
Like, everything, like, not having that face-to-face interaction, like, just texting and just talking over some type of app. Like, at some point, does that not get old?
too.
Mm.
See, that's what I'm saying. Because I honestly, I feel like to both parties, you would think it would get old. Like, I don't understand. That's why I'm like, no, I'm mind blown. I'm speechless. I don't know.
I am too. That's why I'm just like, I'm looking for you to explain, and you're like, I don't fucking know.
That's why I'm like, maybe I'm really trying to like spin it. Okay, say it maybe another way, and see if I can spin it. Because right now I'm like,
but is there another way?
To say it?
Right. Okay, so let's take social media away, right?
Okay.
Let's say it's the 90s. Let's take social media away.
Okay.
I think this is why I'm really feeling like social media is why things are just fling based now and not relationship based, because you actually had to put some time into a person before social media existed. Now people give you all the highlight reels of themselves and things on social media, and so you think you know a person, and so you dive right in, jump right in. I don't, but people do. And I guess this is how catfish and shit start coming into play and shit, or get in there. But you don't have these face-to-face personal interactions. It's always through an app or a computer or something, like.
Yeah.
So I'm finding, that's why I'm finding it kind of hard.
And that's, I guess, well, no, because I think you sent me something that that ties to this. Whenever it's like you really don't know what's going on the other side of the reel, and it's like you seen the girl on the towel.
Oh, like yeah. She was on
the time of her life, and she's
literally in the driveway. Yeah. And so that's another thing like that. And then I feel like that's another reason why it's so hard to really trust what you're seeing on social media, because people be lying.
And that's what I'm saying. So then whenever you go and this is not even from a relationship standpoint, back to just the sex side, like, I'm gonna message this person, we're gonna meet up, we're gonna da-da-da this and da-da-da-da. And then you meet this person based off of whatever social platform that it was. And you didn't know not a damn thing enough to really be meeting up with this person. But what you've seen, and is it really enough? I love how you're putting it. You're right. Is it really enough for me to go out here and be like, yeah, I'm gonna go out here and have some sex with this person? I'm gonna go out here. No, not really. But it's like,
yo, serial killers would have a fucking field day right now with the social media age, where people are just going and meeting up and not knowing.
That's where the verification comes in play now.
Girl, wouldn't how do all these people have these catfish profiles?
Okay, and I'm glad you brought that up. So here's the thing. Yes, it's still very much possible, but I feel like it's like, okay, so like on certain dating profile sites, because I'm gonna go specific here, you have to verify yourself with pictures, and it's not a database, but they'll make you do certain things to verify that it's you. You know what I'm saying? So, like, they'll even put on the profile, this person did the work to prove that they are who they say they are. Okay. They took that initial step. So if you go, it's like you have options. If you go on this profile, you see that they have this verification, and you look at another profile and realize they don't, you're taking a risk.
Gotcha.
And it's like, I really do like the idea of the verification, even though most people are like, it's one little step, but did you do it?
Right.
To get here.
Right. I feel
you know what I'm saying?
Okay, I can understand that. Okay, so see, and that's how you know I'm not on these motherfucking apps, because I don't know none of that shit. Yeah. So I get that. Okay, so now that makes sense to me. Okay, but I to this day, I really can't understand how people are still getting catfish. Not to keep bringing catfish up, but that's stupid.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, the only way at this point that I can see somebody doing it is if they like set it up with like a set of pictures and then delete them and upload another set. That's the only way that I can see that it worked. Because I just feel like if you're going out your way to catfish,
there's something really, really wrong.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
really
have I ever been catfish? No, I don't think I've ever been. No, I'll be lucky enough to say I've never been catfish. But I'm also really, really, really particular. And this is one thing that I realize like a lot of people don't like about me on these dang sites, because I'm a bit of an asshole. I want to see a picture of you. Do you got a Snapchat? Send me a picture. Send me a video, because I have to know that it's you. I'm not going to continue this conversation. If it's not you, bye.
I can feel that.
Bye. I literally had somebody stop talking to me because they got mad because I kept asking them. I was like, hey, I've talked to you the last couple of days. I've asked you for a picture. You act like you don't. Be reading my message. You say, oh yeah, I seen it. Da, 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 da. And I'm like, okay, when you get blocked, don't be mad.
Part. Speaking of blocks, that little block party that got bigger. Just saying. But anyway, wasn't there something that you wanted to touch on in regards to this subject? I think. Or did we touch on it?
We touched on it.
Okay.
So I'm like, but no, I honestly, I think it's one of those things like, and this is really tough because I feel like this topic really took a deeper turn than I expected, because it makes me really like realize like how society kind of has overly sexualized a lot of things that I don't think needs to be sexualized. And everybody loves to play the blame game and pointing fingers on who's overly sexualizing and who's really, and it's funny because it's like, as women, we are being told that we can't be proud of our sexual and sensual energies.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's not fair.
I feel like that's some complete bullshit.
It's complete double standard shit. That's what I mean. Like,
yeah,
we have literally listened to men exploit women for years.
Right. And, but then who's also to blame? Because not only have we listened to it, but we sang it and we purchased it. So.
And that's what I'm saying. So it's like, for me, it wasn't even a thing of like I get it. We did support it. And we supported it enough to where we want to do it now too. And now y'all want to look at us like, no, you can't.
I was about to go there.
Buddy, that makes you, how the fuck it make me anything? It was cool when you was over there calling me a hoe, a slut, and all that shit. But for me to address myself and sexualize myself and to be proud of my energy, like, nigga, like, sorry.
Right.
Like,
no, you're absolutely right. I'm 100% in agreement with you. You're right about that. Like, yeah, that girl.
Because in other countries, it's not that big of a deal.
But it wasn't that big of a deal, honestly. Back in the 90s when we was, rapping about it and singing about it, females.
Before then,
you know what I'm saying? That too.
In 1930s, you had women singing about.
That's what I was about to say. Some of the music that our grandparents used to listen to, y'all better listen to that. They was nasty. Nasty. And they talk about the stuff we listen to now. We be like, Grandma, what about that one song? Y'all need to really get hip on that, because y'all can throw them songs and be like, Grandma, what about that one song that you was listening to, that you was dancing to, such and such? That's worse than WAP.
Yeah.
So,
because you got to think, and a lot of that, honestly, came from the jazz and the blues era, in my opinion. That's and I feel like the only reason it's so blunt is because of the music genre. Yeah. These people are talking about things that's going on in this present time around them, or whatever their emotions or feelings or whatever the times is calling for. And at a point in time, people forget sex has been a big thing in cycles. It was in the 20s, it was in the 70s, and here we are again today. Like, it's always been.
And it's crazy because now it's like, I don't think that they can actually recontain it. Like, you know how, like you said, it came in cycles, but I really don't feel, I really don't feel like this is a cycle now that can be broken, because you have so many people who are financially sustaining themselves off of being sexy or sex workers. You have your Instagram models now, you have your OnlyFans, you have you know what I'm saying, you have different things.
No, I hear you, because
so it's like, you know,
you're in alignment.
There's no way that you can really put a halt to this cycle now. It's just it's something that's just like flatline, and just it's steady. It's a steady thing now, because like I said, people are sustaining themselves financially with this type of work. Not that they haven't ever been, because you always have sex work.
That's what I was gonna say. Porn. And yeah, literally, they have stuff that ties back.
So, but it's now it's mainstream. It's more easily accessible. At first, it was. Yeah. I'm not gonna say it was a taboo thing, but it was a thing that was done in the dark. It was taboo. That was. Okay, yeah, it was. You know what I mean? But it you know, it wasn't a thing that was just like outright in your face. Now it's like outright in your face. Hide your kids. You know, not saying that your kids should be on social media or be having a whole lot of screen time and this, that, and the third, but this is the age of technology. How do you not have, you know what I'm saying, screen time, or your child not take your phone? And look at all these TikTok babies. Like, these kids at 1.5, 2 years old know these TikTok dances and know how to set up the phone. You know what I'm saying? As if they're doing TikTok. So it's like,
that's what I'm saying. And that's why I'm like, I mean, really, one thing I have to say before I go further, I forgot when I mentioned that other countries don't care. What I meant to say there are some countries that are very strict on what gets played. And then there's some dance hall, I'm pretty sure that's what I'm referring to, that is wild and culture, but it's free. Mm-hmm. It's very free. And that's what I mean. Like, I like that energy. That's why when I listen to it, I get rowdy, I get happy, because to me it feels free.
Yeah.
To shake my hips and to be that rhythm of sensuality from that sacral chakra.
I think I need to try them African drums again to see if them motherfucking hips be shaking like they did that one time.
Girl, don't be throwing that sciatica out.
You ain't lying. Shit. I swear the 30s are different from 20s, y'all.
And that's even sex has changed, like, slightly. It's like,
they do not kid you when they say that women become more like, our sex drive increases when you get into your 30s and shit, because baby, I'm nasty.
I don't like it though, because I already have a high sex drive, so it's only getting worse. Like, it used to be where I will now itch for I'm like, who's available, and I'm just like, but I have to do better, and that's my own bias. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Hey, everybody got their vices, right?
But no, I'm working on it. That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, that's why I said I'd rather be celibate at this point than to go out and Y'all don't know how hard this is. What I'm saying, this is what I'm manifesting.
I'm laughing because I've been doing this shit for months, okay? Months.
I'll try for a little while.
Hold on though. I've been doing this shit for months, right? And somebody been just going for it, right? So now that they do their little celibacy around, they like,
I'm like, tap out
this right now, because when I was talking, I was like, yo, I just need, and they was like, girl, just chill out. Just chill out. And I'm like, okay, you right. All right, you right. Duh. But that's because you know the type of person I am. So you're like, nah, don't fuck around and do some shit you ain't going you really gonna regret. Like, don't do that. But a bitch was fiending at some point. Like,
I understand. That's one of those things. But you know what sucks? Because this is the other side of spirituality. Because you know we're priestesses. So let me bring a little touch of some spirituality to this conversation. Okay. Whenever you begin to heal yourself of past traumas, especially deeply rooted in inner child and sacral chakra, you will begin to no longer crave just random sex anymore. It's going to be a certain
you're right.
of energy that you want.
Why do you have to be right tonight? Like,
because you know that's, I'm like, I have to do this to remind myself to stay grounded.
No, you're right though. You're absolutely right. I totally 100% agree with you. Like, there's no debate there. Like, you're absolutely right. And I think that's why it's just been a breeze for me. And I'm gonna say a breeze because it really hasn't bothered me. It's been a breeze for me. Like, I will talk dirty. I will say that. Like, she has heard me, like, she's like, damn, chick, like, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I will go there. But, you know what I mean? Like, it has been easier than I thought it would be for me to take the celibacy journey. And like I said, it was inadvertent, but I barely noticed until you brought it to my attention that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I haven't really, I haven't had that type of interaction. And I was just like, oh shit, well, you right. Hey, it's been since damn motherfucking October. Yeah. Well, September.
It's okay. It's okay.
But I do feel more connected to myself. I feel more aware. I feel this sense of fucking clarity that is beyond me. Like, I really am tired of really seeing people for who the fuck they really are. Like, exactly. It's that type intense. And so it's like, I don't know what's gonna become of me when I actually do have sex. But I'm just like, I do love the clarity because it's refreshing, because it's like I said, you're being able to see people for who they truly are, like, and being able to really make sound decisions to cut some relationships and let things go. I will say that's been the upside, but other than that, I need some dick. It's like, nah.
That's why I'm like, honestly, no. I just really am I'd rather be chilling right now, because as much as I want to, and this is what, you want me to be honest, like,
we got a lot of focus on.
This all started when my favorite vibrator broke. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's like, damn, I could be celibate.
Okay, so real quick, I got a question though. So, celibacy. Yeah. Now, technically, right? Celibacy means that you are not having sexual intercourse with other people, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, does that mean you can masturbate and still consider yourself celibate?
I wouldn't see why not. Because like you said, you're having sex like with other people. I wouldn't see why you see. Is that where abstinent might be?
You're right.
Where,
Okay, celibate and abstinent is two different things. You're right. Absolutely.
Abstinent
is you're abstaining from everything. Like, fuck it all.
Yeah.
Wasn't I fucking abstinent? Bitch. I don't even own a fucking Bible.
I say we change that.
Somebody give me a rose. My name is Rose.
It'll be on the Amazon wish list.
It will be. Somebody give it for me.
You put it on there, I'll get it. I'll get it for you.
Sis, I'm not even bullshitting for real. Like,
that was a bomb. I had that one. It broke. It was my favorite. But then I found another one, which was the Satisfier Pro 2.
I'm like fucking around and touch myself tonight because of this shit. Like,
listen, I ain't been home. I'm not at home.
Yo, like, no, seriously. Like, I'm over here like, fuck. Like, I really, like,
maybe that might help.
You might be right, shit.
No, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, sometimes, you know, you ever that concept.
This is depressive, yo.
Like,
you said what?
Can't nobody do it like you can.
But that's the thing. Like, I don't do that. So, no, I promise you, I don't.
No, ma'am. I'm not deciding like that. That's probably why your ass don't know how to take a break sometimes.
You're right.
Oh my God.
You're right though. Like, God damn. Shit. Last episode you had some things that you was like, what the fuck? And now I got this one is just like, yo, like, bitch.
Not to bring it to the surface like that, but I didn't realize that you was. See, now we all got shocked as a unit here together.
Yeah.
If I could just,
I do not own. Like, when I say I don't own not one toy, like, I don't own not one toy. I don't touch myself. Like, I don't touch myself at all. Like, no. Mm-mm. But then I've always had somebody. This is the first time I don't have nobody.
But that makes sense, knowing what we know outside of here. I feel like that makes sense. And I feel like that is on purpose.
Yeah.
That is on purpose. And I'm going to be honest, like, I've been placed in the same boat, so don't worry.
Nah, somebody give me a rose. The one with the new extension. That one.
You are terrible. But actually, wait a minute. Yeah, actually, I do think I might. I might. You know what? I think I'm gonna go check on Amazon. Did you see that?
What, the orb?
Yeah.
There's been a couple of them. I just ain't say shit, but it's been a few of them.
Around me?
Mm-hmm.
That was creepy.
Mm-mm. That's like the second or third time tonight on here. Just wait till you watch it. Yeah. I didn't say anything because I knew you was gonna react that way. But
yeah,
I was gonna tell you after.
Play.
Yeah, I was gonna
that's
tell you
good
after.
timing anyway, because
yeah.
We'll talk about it. That got me. It literally was like, I was like, oh, Hello.
Hi there. Yeah. Girl. All right, y'all. I think this was a healthy discussion tonight. I mean, we could go another episode.
Really good.
And we probably will go another episode. And we gotta there's some things on the other sex episode that we said that we were gonna touch on that we have to do another episode and actually touch on those things. So we'll probably touch on those things and touch on some of the stuff that we didn't get a chance to talk about tonight and put that all into one episode and really. But I'm a little distraught about the things that I learned about myself tonight. So I need some time to really think about this.
Oh, you need some time? It's okay. It's all right. Everybody realizes things. It is okay. Oh shit.
Y'all should play it. But that's today's episode of Imperfect. Peace, y'all.
Bye. I love you guys.
Bye, y'all.